Hey, it's Coach Jay. So I want to show you the most important skill offensively in the game of basketball, and that's the ability to hold your space. None of the other skills matter if you can't hold your space. If you can't have the ball and hold off a defender, there's nothing you can do because you won't be able to see anything. You won't be able to respond to anything. You'll either put your head down and run around with the ball and lose it, or you will turn and hide. So you have to be able to hold your space. So some of the footage that I have for this class, we filmed at a camp we did with international students. And so you'll see some footage of them practicing the ability to hold their space. So what you're trying to do in this, Coach Will, if you can come help me.
Yes, sir.
Your defense right here.
Okay.
So a couple things I want to say. So if I catch the ball right here, often enough players will just start dribbling because they just don't even know what they're doing.
Right.
It's a reaction to the fact that they're a little bit, they think they got to go now for some reason, or they're uncomfortable with this pressure.
Yeah.
So here's what happens. When you catch the ball, the idea is put it on one of these 4 joints. We call them 4 points, right? You put it here. So if I catch it and I hold it in the middle, what's he going to do? He's taking that thing immediately, right? And you can picture somebody you played against that does that.
Seen it happen.
Right? You've seen somebody in the league. But you catch it, you put it here, all of a sudden that defender's going to take you more seriously.
Yep.
But if I put it on a point and then I can move that ball, the way I can hold him off is by making that ball busy. So I can do what we call a high rip over the shoulders, a rainbow here. I can do a mid rip here. I can even do a low rip here, right? I can do this now. Those are rips. I can add pivots to that. So I can do rips and I can add a pivot. See, I can do this with my foot. I can make a triangle of pivots with my foot. And now my defender, in pivoting and ripping, my defender will stay off of me.
Right.
Now, so that's actually literally how you do it.
Sure.
And like if you practice that, so we want to show you some footage of some students doing that. If you hold off a defender like that, they're going to respect you differently. Now, if a defender, sometimes a player will make a mistake and getting on a point, and they'll take their open foot and they'll put it behind their pivot foot, and this player comes up. That is the number one situation in all of basketball to avoid.
Yes.
Because now they got you.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Now there is a way out of that.
Right.
And so there is a way out of that. Get the ball high, and you got to bring it, do a high rip, and then you're going to move them with your shoulder and your leg. All right? So let's see that one more time. So I accidentally put my foot back behind, so I'm going to go here, move them back like that. Now, well, all I did was I reclaimed a space. Like if he's here and I do it, and like this, he may come back up on me, but I got a little bit of space.
Yep.
And I can do it again if I need to.
Yep.
All right, we have a clip of when Blake Griffin did that in an NBA game. Let's see that.
You can't hold me back. You can't hold me back. You can't hold me. You can't hold me back. You can't hold me back. I ain't having that. You can't hold me back. Say what you want. You can't hold me. You can't hold me back. You can't hold me back. You can't hold me. You can't hold me back. Yeah. I ain't having that. Nah. Yeah. I ain't having that.
Yep.
Okay, so in this, you're using your rips, your pivots, you got your kickstand. Resist the temptation to immediately go. Right? You do not immediately have to go. In fact, the more you'll calm down and just hold your space, now you can start to think about what's next. All right? And that will be in our next video where we encourage you when to attack. You attack after you catch and look. All right? So this is about how to dominate your space. I would actually encourage you to get this and get a friend, 2 of you.
Yes.
And one of them hand the ball and get, don't slap them, but lean on them with a forearm and stuff to get used to that. Because if you can get comfortable with somebody leaning on you in this, then you might get comfortable and pick up. But this should be the foundational thing you do when you catch a ball in the game.
Yes.
Is there any part of your game that he does have already?
Yes, the one part of my game that he has already is something that I've been drilling into his head since he was 6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And that is, when you catch the ball, son, do not dribble right away. Catch the ball, face your hoop, and don't dribble. Save your dribble.
That is a great idea.
And that's something that my father taught me, and that's something that Coach K used to yell at us every day of our lives at Duke. Catch and face. Don't dribble right away.
Fantastic.
These rips also lead into actual attacks.
If I do this right and you're up on me, if I high rip, I can go.
Wow.
I can high rip and go. And look, and like, the other one is similar. If I had the ball here down low and you came up on me, I can actually go low rip and go. And the only way they can stop you on that low rip and go is to foul you.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the only way they can stop you.
Someone, attacks you defensively, right? Puts pressure defensively, and you make one of these quick rip and goes. Trust me, this defender will respect you more as someone that can control their space.
Absolutely.
And once you put yourself into this body position, they'll retreat some, because you've proven that you can go from that body position. Even though it's from a defensive position as an offensive player, it's a defensive offensive position,
That's right?
So you can even go from that position into an attack. You will gain the respect of that defender, and what they will do is give you more space, which is really what you want, because you want to be able to see what's going on in the floor.
Yeah, right.
So, with your teammates. So
in this, if you don't practice this, you will never do this in a game. That's number one. Number two, if you will do this in pickup, like when you're playing with your friends, when you catch, if you will catch and hold and train yourself to do it, what it does is it gives you a speed advantage. So the person who does this, then who does not immediately dribble, they will have a speed advantage. They can take off. They can blow by people.
Right.
They just
that's
do.
a hidden point.
You're a step ahead.
It's a hidden point.
But all that's built on the fact that you can own this space.
Yeah.
You can keep the space that you have. You can gain a little bit of space.
Yeah.
All right? So go practice that at home, and we'll see you next time.
All right.